We move on, we march. It is what it is. In regards to old Connor Bedard actually showing up for somebody. Because he didn't show up for us for 5 years. But that's okay. Because this team did show up. And we are playoff bound in Buffalo. Which is great. I am going to leave the lines exactly as they were for the vast majority of the regular season. Even if it might be better to bump up Tage Thompson or whatever, it's, you know what, screw it. This got us to the playoffs. Let's give it a chance to succeed, with the exception of getting Case McCarthy back into the lineup. But as mentioned, Topias is going to be our starting goalie because he was the better of the goaltenders this season. With that, we'll get confirmation. We already know it will be the Toronto Maple Leafs in round number 1. We do have home ice advantage on them. And let's see how this plays out, shall we? Let's take a look at the Leafs roster. Fraser Minton, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. Yes, I'll check the contracts in a minute. William Nylander, Tyson Forster, Nick Robertson, Matthew Nyes, Easton Cowan, and Simon Holmstrom, Raphael Lajoie, whatever, Jan Misak, and Aiden McDonough. Minton making $11 million. Matthews making 12.7. Marner 12.7. Robertson at just under 5. Forster's at 3. Nylander at 8.9. Jesus Christ, their defense better be shit. Their defense is not shit. Per Eriksson, 3rd overall pick in 2025 of the Montreal Canadiens. Goodness gracious, is there alongside Caden Korshak, Victor Soderstrom with Jakob Chikrin, and Ty Smith with Etienne Morin. The goaltender. Thatcher Demko and Igor Shesterkin. And an injury to Mikko Kokkonen with Eric Portillo, Victor Nuchev, and Donovan Hart. Healthy scratches. There you go. Demko and Shesterkin. Indeed. Indeed. I think it's a winnable series for us, but man, if their star power shows up, we're doomed. That is the only way to put it. In terms of the ratings for the two teams, we actually have them beat on paper everywhere in terms of offense, defense, and goaltending. It is blocked by the webcam, but why would I lie to you? So, let's do it. First season with the Sabres. First trip to the playoffs. 2032. Let's see what the boys in blue can do. It is game number 1 against the Leafs, and we are down 1-0 Austin Matthews on the power play. Apparently the Blues and the Hawks are playing in the first round of the playoffs because, of course, this game hates me. Second period, still 1-0 off of the Matthews goal in the first. Not a great start for us, boys. We need somebody to find the back of the net for us here. Please and thank you, Graham Clark. Not who you would expect, but Graham Clark ties it. Zach Benson gives us the lead. And the Buffalo Sabres steal game 1. 2-1 the final score. Graham Clark and Zach Benson getting it done, and what a game for Topias. You love to see it. Game 1 to the good guys. I don't think I ever won a game 1 in the playoffs. But yeah, Blues take game 1 against Chicago, by the way. We'll keep an eye out on that one. 2-point night for Graham Clark. We'll go to game 2. Not going to make any lineup changes. Just hoping we found the right combination for us here. Let's see. First period, 1-0 Toronto. This time it's Chychrun instead of Austin Matthews kicking off the scoring. Second period, holy God. Honka, Wahlberg, Thompson, and Rosen. 4-1 against the Leafs. Please don't blow it. The Rosen. Oh, the Rosen. Do I have a team that can actually do something in the playoffs? Not that we didn't make the conference final with Chicago, but you get the point. Up 5-1 here. Make it 6. Another goal for Wahlberg. And the Sabres defend to home ice very, very convincingly with that second game victory. 6-1 the final score. 2 goals for Wahlberg. 30 saves for Leinonen. Rosen with 2 goals as well. And we are up 2-0. Fair play as Chicago ties their series with St. Louis. Game number 3 in Toronto. I have no reason to change anything about the lines. First period, 1-0 Leafs for the 3rd game in a row. And for the 2nd time in those 3, it's an Austin Matthews goal. Second period, now 2-2. Poltapov with 2 goals before Per Eriksson tied the game. So we are tied here in the 3rd. Prokhor Poltapov with both of our goals. Napster, we sure did. Our contract ran due, and I wanted to get the hell out of there. Prokhor Poltapov with the hat trick. Rosen makes it 4-2. And the Buffalo Sabres have a 3-0 series lead on the Maple Leafs in round 1. Noah Ostlund adds an empty netter. My goodness, the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, I'm walking into this with very low expectations. But what a start as Chicago has a 2-1 lead on the Blues. As we will get ready for Game 4, Jukka Koivisto is healthy. Poltapov on the 4th line. I hate to take out Graham Clark because he had a really good game, but Jukka Koivisto is coming back in. First opportunity for the Sabres to end this series, and in quick fashion. Can they? First period. Excuse me for a moment. Fuck! Okay. 3-3 at the end of the first. Minton, Holmstrom twice for the Leafs. Benson, Dahlin, and Demidov. Whew. Okay. Second period. Goalless because, of course. We go to the 3rd. The Leafs have to win, and Fraser Minton gives them the lead. Come on now, we're not done. We're not done. Prokhor. Demidov. Tage. Somebody. Anybody. No. Caden Korshak's empty netter will do it. We outshot him 41-20, but the Leafs win 5-3 in Game 4 to extend the series. That's not good. That's not good at all. Blues and Hawks tied at 2 apiece. Game number 5 back home in Buffalo. First period, 2-1 Leafs. Forster and Matthews offset by a Rosen goal. Second period, Marner and Nylander, Demidov for us. I am just a little bit frightened. Poltapov on the power play. We're back to within 1. Matthews scores. That's going to do it. 5-3, the final score. From a 3-0 series lead to a 3-2. 10 goals allowed over our last 2 games. The Hawks up 3-2 on St. Louis. Koivisto has been shit. Graham Clark's coming back in. Devin Levi is going to step in to try to end this series. Game number 6 back in Toronto. First period. Minton, Matthews, Marner, and Robertson. Peyton Krebs scores the lone goal for us. Second period, 5-1. The Toronto Maple Leafs have come back from 3-0 down to force a Game 7. And suddenly, for yours truly, it feels like a good time to maybe ponder my future. I could be spending so much time on a lake, just hanging out. Needless to say, Leinonen will be in for this next game. To see how the boys have done. Let's take a look. We have had okay numbers from Dahlin so far. Pretty good numbers from Anthony Honka, his line mate or defense mate. 5, not 5, excuse me, 3. I can't speak. The +3 there in the 6 games. 2 points. Jaden Struble has been okay. Akatyuk is out. That is incredibly bad. And then Case McCarthy has also not been amazing. So that is our response, is to change out the third pairing. It will be Alex Vlasic, who is mad. He's not actually that bad. And Isaac Beliveau stepping in. For the forwards, Isaac Rosen has actually been very good. Again, he was our best player in the regular season, and he's been very, very good. Cole Baumgartner has been okay. Peyton Krebs has been a little bit disappointing, given the lines. Zach Benson hasn't done much. Ostland hasn't done much. Graham Clark, has been better than Zach Benson. Lucas Reichel has been okay. Tage Thompson has not been particularly good, honestly, at least from a defensive standpoint. Nor has Demidov. Jacob Perreault has been one of our better players, as has Wahlberg. And Prokhor Poltapov, along with Isaac Rosen, has really been our 2 best players. Okay. So what we're going to do really quickly is go best lines to have it change up power play, PK, stuff like that. Leinenen's back in. Again, it'll be Dahlin and Honka, Power and Struble, Beliveau, and Vlasic. Offensively, it is going to be Rosen, Poltapov, and Baumgartner. Perreault will be with Wahlberg and Peyton Krebs. Christ. Third line is going to be Reichel with Thompson and Demidov, meaning Benson, Ostland, and Koivisto are down on the fourth line because of their underperformance. Fucking yikes. We can run Krebs at center. He's better defensively than Wahlberg. Run Tage at center for the same reason. Well, there we go. We have at least an 88 overall player on every single line. Game 7 in Buffalo. God help me. God help me. We had a 3-0 series lead. Jan Mysak scores. Leafs up 1-0. As they have been so many times in the first. 13 shots to 10. We go to the second period. Power play for Toronto. Killed off. Power play for the Sabres. Nothing. Oh my God. Not good. We go to the third period. Down by 1. Shots are incredibly close, as is the scoreline. Are we 20 minutes away from being reverse swept? Demidov has tied it. 13 minutes to go. Jan Mysak scores again. Power play for the Leafs. 5 minutes left. Now down to 3. The Sabres are in a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble. This might go down as my only series as the head coach of the Sabres because I might retire. I might retire. Let me get the True Broadcast cam back here. I cannot believe this.
The Leafs continue to lead it 2-1.
We know what we have to do. We have to make the boys as aggressive as possible.
Gain possession along the boards. Tries to feed it over to Nylander. And he takes a shot.
Forster's shot blocked. Minton.
Krebs plays it now. Quick pass to Dahlin. Moves it on over to Honka.
Dahlin, crazy pass to Honka. Wahlberg. Wahlberg couldn't get the shot off. Everything but the finish.
Here's a chance.
Space for Smith. Good save by Topi.
Up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Now he takes it over the line.
Isaac Rosen, what a pickoff by Nylander. Poltapov on the doorstep. Poltapov to Dahlin, glove save by Demko. Morin held up. Forster bumped off the puck. Minton. Go for a risky line change here. Forster to Nylander. Oh my God. What a save by Topi. Do we use different sliders? Pretty much just the default sliders except for bumping up attribute effect. And a big shout out to Suzafi. Converting that primer to a tier 1. Thank you very much for that. Welcome. Welcome. Shot to the chest. Nighthawk, yeah, there are differences. 1:48 to go. We get it back. Demidov turns it over. Struble for Demidov. Ivan Demidov gets hammered. Easton Cowan has it knocked loose. Cowan to Marner to Cowan. Good block. Power from Bumgarner. Bumgarner's tripped. Get to the bench for the extra attacker. Struble. Over in the corner. Power turns it over. We got 1:15 to go. This is it. This is it right here. Calling the timeout. Goaltender's out. This is the chance. 1:15 to go. Got to, there's a couple different ways. Thank you for the primer, though, on the 2 months from when. And yeah, it is true, by the way. Don't forget your Twitch Prime this holiday season. Follow the channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube in like March, subscribe. Anyway, here we go, boys. This is it. Zach Benson wins the draw, pass to nobody. One timer is stopped. Oh, what a keep. Peyton Krebs in front, shoulder save by Demko. Balls! Oh my God, Demko, man. Benson against Minton. And Benson win the draw, 6-on-4. Korshak, unable to clear, what a keep, full pressure. Kick down the wall. Get in there, boys. Get in there. Get in there. What a keep. Demidov, save. Benson, Demidov, save. It's at the post. Benson to Demidov. Demidov scores. Yes. We might not choke. Ivan Demidov. With 36 seconds left on a sneaky backhand. I thought it might have deflected, but it just snuck past him. Oh my God. Okay, we are tied. 36 seconds left, 2-2. God. 36 secs. Oh, Rasmus. Oh, Rasmus. What was that? Fraser Minton. Fraser Minton. For Matthews. Sundstrom to Minton. Good pick off by Rosen. Gets around Matthews. Rosen. Making moves. Dahlin's shot stopped. Chikrin kicks it around. Terrible path to the puck. 10 seconds. Loose puck. Soderstrom. To Minton. Mitch Marner has it knocked away. We're going to overtime in Game 7. With a shot at facing the reality of choking a 3-0 lead and being reverse swept. Game 7. Overtime. It would, of course, come down to this. Eriksson has it knocked away by Honka. Rosen. Good blocker save by Demko. Rosen! And that one was... wide would be an understatement. Eriksson. Oh my God, Matthews just swung and missed. Honka. Anthony Honka. He'll dump it around. Korshak avoids pressure. Matthews has it intercepted again by Honka. Rosen gets murdered. Fraser Minton. From the Leafs, Caden Korshak. Korshak to Marner. What a save. Krebs for Poltapov. Couldn't hold it. Krebs for Struble. Poltapov. It's saved. 40th shot of the game. Power to Poltapov. Poltapov. Back to Power. Couldn't get the shot through Matthews. Mitch Marner. Marner. I thought for sure Minton was gonna score.
There's the final horn, and this one's in the books. Despite the valiant effort, the losing streak will continue here, Cheryl.
Yeah, and this is a real tough one to handle, especially when you play a really good game and it could have gone the other way. But nonetheless, their losing streak continues, so it's back to the drawing board, trying to put one foot in front of the other.
Suzefield, thank you for that. I'm happy to have you here. from my last stream ever. I'm gonna sell my Xbox, my PlayStation. I'm gonna take up just a common occupation. I'll be an electrician.
Emotional damage.
Reverse swept by the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, what do you even say to that? Shout out to Jones, by the way, for the 5 months. 5 months, which is 2 more wins than what we accrued here in the playoffs. This, as the Hawks do eliminate the Blues. If the Hawks win the Stanley Cup, I am 100% done and moving on to a different challenge. Right now, we are just cursed. We had players show up offensively. 4 players were at least a point per game. The goaltending absolutely let us down. If Chicago wins this cup, I quit. They're playing Colorado, who they have beaten the playoffs before. They're down 2-0. They're down 3-0. 3-1. Colorado eliminates Chicago. Reverse swept by Toronto as the Seattle Kraken win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. Susan Field, all we're doing is just bouncing from team to team, acting as head coach. We're letting the AI make the trades, the free agent signings. Only thing is that we're changing is just kind of messing with the lines. The Flyers ended up losing in the Cup final after beating the Leafs in 7 to get there. After back-to-back Eastern Conference teams, Seattle gets it done. Pasternak won the Art Ross. Matvei Michkov won the Hart. Evan Bouchard yet another Norris. How stupid is it that we do not have an NBA-style award history? Seriously. How stupid is that? NBA, for those who do not know, you can right-click to see player profile, you scroll through, and it tells you award history. How many All-Star games they played in, the awards. At least Koivisto won the Calder. And then got scratched because he was terrible in the playoffs. Shane Wright won the Conn Smythe. What you can't see in that picture, because it's just out of frame, what you can't see is that he is actually flipping off the Montreal Canadiens in that picture. So even an all-star game. There is an all-star game in franchise, shockingly. Carter Hart wins the Vezina. Dude named Rabbit in San Jose was coach of the year. Will Smith won the Selke. Ted Lindsay to Michkov, Rocket Richard to Austin Matthews. AHL, any familiar names at this point? All generated dudes aside from Joey Decord, who won goaltender of the year, and Carl Grundstrom was the MVP of the Calder Cup winning Manitoba Moose. There is one thing I need to see from the Sabres here. And that is what the hell our GM is going to re-sign Devin Levi to. Because you know they're going to re-sign him. Draisaitl, Huberdeau, and company have retired. Seth Jones, Darnell Nurse, and others. And for goalies, Connor Hellebuck. That's the biggest name there. Jake Markstrom also up there. At 42, Jake Markstrom retired. We had a 3-0 series lead on the Leafs. And we did nothing from there. Impressive. 24th pick of the draft. We get a medium top 6 forward named Modine. Blues actually had the very next pick. We don't have another draft pick until the 6th round. We took a mid-enforcer. And 7th round. Medium 7th. Oh, please be Mitch. If only it was Mitch. Well, we had 3 draft picks this year. At least we hit with the first round pick in Modine. All right. The re-sign phase could go a long way in deciding what happens from here. Do not be surprised that this is the last time you see me load up the save file. In terms of expiring deals, Levi and Leinonen. Defensively, Matt Dumba, who we picked up on waivers. Beliveau, McCarthy, Odelius, Ackerlin. Forward-wise, Noah Ostland. Bumgarner's an RFA. Perreault, Reichel, Poltapov. This could be a rough offseason depending on what the GM chooses to do. $20 million to work with. Let's take a look at who we are going to be losing. Looks like Bumgarner will be sticking around. All right. Oh, God. All right. At forward, Wahlberg's probably on the outs. He has not been qualified. Bumgarner re-signed for $3 million. We're down to $2.3 million. Lucas Reichel is gone. Kisakov and Medema. Graham Clark is gone. Isaac Beliveau, Case McCarthy. Dumba's out of there too. $7.9 million to Devin Levi. With $2.3 million to spend. Only 35 contracts. We're not going to get any big help. Tune in tomorrow to see what exciting franchise adventure we're on. Will it be this one? Probably not.